Hey y'all, this is Tweet, and you know I got soul.
I got sold out. Came here with Tweet on the New York City tour stop for your Charlene tour. How's the experience been so far? Tell us about it.
The tour has been phenomenal. Sold out places. The love has been tremendous. We just did Atlanta, and it was ridiculous. So I've been really enjoying the love and just being on stage again. Yeah.
When we reviewed your album, Charlene, we mentioned how close it came to Southern Hummingbird and how happy your fans were going to be to hear you stick to that sound. So talk about what went into it, what influenced you to, put that sound out.
Well, I always wanted to just stick with the game plan. The second album, I kind of compromised and did some sounds that really wasn't me, took off some stuff of my original music and then added. So this album, I really wanted to get back to the basics, back to Southern Hummingbird, that sound that everybody loved, and who I am. In the music these days, I feel like soul is missing. So my purpose was to really put out good soul music in an album that you can put in and just ride, just real good, timeless music. So that was it was no blueprint. I was just doing something that I love and trying to put some soul back into the industry.
Was reading another interview you did where you mentioned you matured during your hiatus between albums. But, to us, you're such a complete artist. You've got the overall package. So in what ways do you feel like you grew as an artist in that time?
I've matured spiritually. Before I was kind of weak in areas, not comfortable in the skin that I was in or being the artist that I wanted to be. And in my hiatus, with me rededicating my life to God and just really knowing that this is what I'm, created to do, I'm standing firm in who I am, and that's how I've matured, and not afraid to scream, squall, whisper, whatever I want to do to be creative in my attempt to put out music. I'm not afraid to do. So that's how I've matured. Whereas before I was kind of timid and scared to step out there.
And since the last album, the industry has changed so much. R&B has changed so much, evolved. Did that force you to adapt in any way, or were you able to just be yourself?
I never wanted to be like anybody else. I never wanted to follow suit. I always wanted to just be me. And being that the second album, my compromise in trying to follow suit didn't work out well, I said, let me just be me. So however it is, whatever is going on in the days in this industry, it doesn't really make me want to change. I just want to continue to be me.
It's been so awesome watching the rollout of Charlene and how so many are embracing this return for you. Talk about the challenge it's been to kind of, I guess, reintroduce yourself to those who didn't know where you went all that time and reintroduce them to your music.
Well, it's been really easy. For me, in the beginning, I was very worried, paranoid, scared to put it out because it's been so long, 10 years, and you think out of sight, out of mind. But when the album dropped and it did very well, and the love and the reception, it's just been phenomenal. It's like people are just asking where I've been, and then they understand once they hear the story. So it's been easy for me to kind of tell them, and they understand because they feel like, they've missed me. So I'm just appreciative. I'm just happy that people are loving it,
One of the cool things about Charlene was the reunion song with Timbaland and Missy, Somebody Else. Well, when we heard about it, when it was announced, we were expecting some signature Timbaland beat, loud,
Right.
outside of, what you normally would do. But when we heard the song, it was kind of more, you brought them into your lane, which we thought was really dope. So
Wow.
talk about how it was making that song.
Well, I had nothing to do with it. I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't. That's Missy and Tim. Being that we've grown up together as far as being in the business, we kind of know each other. So Missy sent that song knowing that I would love it and it would fit me well. So, and then I added my little tweet at the end. But it was all them knowing what I needed. So, and it was a great song. It is an awesome song, yeah.
So going through this great resurgence in your music right now, what do you look at as far as the future of your releases? Do you expect more concert releases in the future, or what do you think?
My goal is to keep putting out music and stay on the road. I think we still haven't hit that plateau of where everybody knows I'm out and everybody knows my shows are going on. So that's my focus, is to get more exposure so people will know. So I'll continue to put the music out and be on stage, for sure. Yeah.
So you're not the only one in your family who has a movement in music, and your daughter is actually also a really talented artist as well in her own
Yes.
right. Talk about advice you've given her as she's blossomed as an artist herself.
She wanted to be in the business a long time ago, and I was like, no, because there was a lot I was going through, and since '94 with Devante, I was just like, no way. But as she's gotten older, she's 26 now, and she kind of has seen my journey, and she trusts what I say. And my biggest thing is to be yourself and never compromise, because that's what I did, and never try to do what you're not comfortable with. If you're not a country singer, don't try to sing country. Just be who you are and express what you feel. And I think that's been the number one that has stuck with her and helped her become who she is.
Then last question, glad you mentioned Devante, because we always like to ask you about your history with the Basement. We followed you since then. Looking back in your history with the group Sugah, imagine if you guys had taken off and really made it.
Right.
And how do you think your career would have changed? Because we noticed their sound, some of the songs you heard are a little different than what you have as a whole artist. How do you think it would have been different for Tweet?
I don't know. I can't say. I just know that a lot of my writing style is still the same as it was with Sugah, so it might have not been any different, but I can't say. I really wish we had have been able to take that step and let the world hear us, and hopefully we'll do something in the future so people can hear.
Because you still keep in touch with the whole
Yeah,
group. We see you.
we're still friends, and we still hang out. We do the group text, we talk, we laugh. We're still sisters. We're still tight.
So cool. So
Yeah.
that's all we had. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Just thank you guys for the love and the support, and I won't stay gone for 10 years again. Look me up on all of my social media sites. Instagram is tweet_. Twitter is ms_hummingbird, and iamtweet.net is the website. So thank you. I love you guys, and I appreciate it.